Which of these three personal development mistakes will keep you from success? Hi, I'm Jeshua.
And I'm Takara, and we're from
Magnificent
Magnificent
You.
You. Indeed. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about these three different personal development mistakes that people make. Like they're trying to do personal development, they're trying to improve their life, they're trying to achieve their goals, but they're not getting there.
Yeah, you know that you want to change, but are you doing these things?
Right. And it doesn't matter what kind of change, change as we grow and evolve as individuals, we find places in our life where we're not happy. It might be with our health. It might be with our mindset, like our own attitude kind of sucks and we want to change that. It might be that we want to go after a career. We want to improve a relationship or develop a relationship, whatever that might be. We have to change and grow personally in order to make that happen. That's what all these videos are about. That's what our whole channel is about, how to do that. But there's these mistakes that we can make. So the first one is called learning but not implementing. Okay. And that means that you become like a learning junkie. I certainly qualify and have done this in my past, right? Where I got to have this book. I'm going to read this book. I'm going to go to this seminar or watch a series of things on YouTube or pay for maybe even a really pricey program where I learn all this stuff. So I'm learning and learning and learning and learning and learning, and I can speak the lingo and I'm hanging out with other people and I feel like I'm part of something, but I'm not really doing anything different, right? So I'm not changing. Whatever goal I'm going after, I'm not getting any closer to it, but I know a lot. Yep. Right. Oh, but there's another book. Oh, but there's another seminar. Wow. Exactly. That was the greatest marketing thing I've ever seen. I must have this training program, right? Or I must have this software, whatever it is, whatever the area is. Learning but not implementing is a huge mistake that a lot of us make, right? It's a huge one.
And a great example of this was something that Mark Joyner talked about in one of his books, where he was giving a seminar. And there were, a couple hundred people in the room, however many there. And he asked everybody, how many of you have read Think and Grow Rich? And so basically everybody in the room raises their hand. And then he goes ahead and asks, all right, out of those who've done that, keep your hand up if you have memorized this specific exercise on page, whatever the page was. Because according to that book, you're supposed to have this, long affirmation basically memorized, and you're supposed to say it to yourself every single day. And so what he said was, the person in this room who can do that, come up to the stage and recite it for us. And every single hand came down.
Right.
So all of those people had read Think and Grow Rich, but one of the fundamental lessons from that book, no one in that room had done.
No one was implementing it. And that's true of so many things. We know we need to read this information. It can be life-changing, but it's only life-changing if we let it change our life, right? So that's the first one. Okay. That's the first one. The next one is letting perfectionism paralyze you. Okay. So that looks like it's not ready yet. I need to edit this manuscript one more time, or I need to go over the figures one more time if I'm doing accounting or something like that, or engineering spreadsheets or whatever that is.
Or we're shooting a video and we say we need to reshoot it because it's awful.
Yeah, that wasn't good enough. We didn't have enough energy, whatever we said to ourselves. Like, the perfectionism is paralyzing, right? But the truth is, everyone in certain like internet marketing circles, one of the things they tell themselves and to each other is money loves speed, right? Exactly. Money loves speed. It's just this really common belief. And the people who are successful buy into that belief, right? So you can't have perfectionism and money loves speed
at the same time.
At the same time.
It's not possible.
Now, do I think that you should just throw up anything with whatever you're doing? Absolutely not. No. Right? You want something in the middle where it's a quality thing that you're doing. Put your time and attention and pay attention to the details, but don't beat it until there's nothing left.
Yeah. Put your best foot forward, put your full effort into it, and then, okay, good enough. It's out there.
Exactly. Because the truth is, perfectionism is just another form of procrastination. Okay. And we talked about procrastination in the last video. And I know we're going to talk about it in a lot of upcoming videos, but like you just cannot let yourself be paralyzed. All right. Next is not managing your time very well. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I've definitely been guilty of that one for a lot of my life. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of different ways that you can spend your time. You can spend your time with your family, on the projects that you want to complete by yourself, doing whatever you're doing on by yourself. But there's a lot of time sucks. There's things like social media. Basically, if you have a cell phone, there are things that want to get your attention because, especially in the modern era, they're designed to get our attention.
Oh, yeah.
Because they make money based on how much time you spend there. Right. And so, you know, there's even big people.
Russell Brunson.
Yeah, Russell Brunson just recently in a
video today.
In a video that we watched today was mentioned that even he has to constantly catch himself from picking up the phone and checking Instagram and Facebook. He actually got to the point now where he has two phones. He has a social phone that he keeps separate, and then he has his work phone that has no social media apps on it whatsoever. And that's a very successful businessman who has severe discipline and works all the time. And even he struggles with these things.
So you have to manage your time, and you have to not follow the shiny objects, right? Somewhere in the past, somebody came up with this thing called shiny object syndrome. And it just means that it's like a squirrel, right? Squirrel, you know,
ADHD brain.
Right. And it's kind of, you know, social media and all these ads and all this like constant notifications on your phone. Those are taking you away from what you want to do. My phone, we've got the phone in front of us right now because we're timing our video because we don't want it to go too long. But the truth is, most of the time, my phone is at least 3 feet away from me, behind me, and I'm not looking at it. I don't have things open where I can constantly scroll Facebook or I can constantly scroll something else. And I don't look at notifications. Like if somebody emails me or sends me a text message, I don't check it. I don't immediately answer. I don't, because they've done studies and you can't stay in flow. If you're in the middle of a creative endeavor and you're in it and you're flowing and you've got it happening and you know, you're creating and you're putting something together, the second that you're distracted, it can take anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes to get back into that same groove.
And that distraction only takes a little bit.
Oh, yeah. It can be somebody coming in and asking you a question or this stupid notification on your phone that you take the time to look at. It's like, no, right?
I usually keep mine in a separate room.
Absolutely. Every truly successful person I know, you know, he mentioned Mark Joyner. You know, like Mark Joyner is a friend of mine, right? And Mark said to me ages ago, he's like, you don't answer the phone. You just don't answer the phone. That one little idea changed my life, right? It helped me start to block time, which we'll get into in other videos. But it's like, you got to, you know, your time, you got 24 hours in a day. So do I, so does he, like all of us, we have 24 hours. You have to, you know, wrangle it. You have to be in charge of your time.
The excuse that a lot of people come up with where, you know, they don't pursue the fitness that they really want to, or write that book or start that career or whatever, is because I don't have enough time.
Right.
No, you have the time.
Right.
You were not allocating it properly.
Exactly. And we're going to take some videos and we're going to really get into showing you how, right?
Certainly.
But in these couple videos in the front, like we're doing a series of videos, we just want to introduce you to these ideas. And a lot of them are simple. It's like things that most people don't think about, but if they just paid attention to one, it can radically shift their, you know, can transform their life. It can change their life. It can help them move forward on this trajectory to achieve their goals. And that's really what we're trying to accomplish. I want to talk about in the next video. The next video is, why is your lack of self-awareness destroying your personal development? So that's what you have to look forward to in our next video. And until then,
well, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more content from our channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you know anyone who could benefit from this type of content, which is probably just about everyone, go ahead and share.
And until next time.